What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be talking about my new favorite lens. Well, probably second favorite. I think the Sigma 18-35 still remains my favorite lens, but one of my new favorite lenses, and that is the Rokinon 85mm 1.4. This lens is an absolute beast when it comes to low light, bokeh, portraits, B-roll. It's so versatile. And with the GH5, you can also use the Ex Tele function on the camera and get a little extra reach out of the lens. So it kind of becomes like a telephoto lens and almost makes it so that you don't need to have a 70-200 to get some awesome shots. So what do I like about this lens? Well, first of all, the aperture goes all the way down to f1.4. That means the background just gets completely blown out and super smooth. The bokeh is amazing. But the one downside to shooting wide open with this lens is it's so hard to focus. I used it on a wedding recently, and tracking people moving back and forward was a nightmare because the focus plane is so razor thin, it's nearly impossible to get people in focus unless you're just like a legend. On the other side of that, the focus ring is geared and it's incredibly smooth, so pulling focus isn't jittery, it's just buttery smooth. The same goes for the aperture ring. It's declicked, so changing your aperture on the fly is an incredibly smooth process as well, which is amazing for videos. The lens is also incredibly light and small. It doesn't take up much room at all in your camera bag, so it's perfect to bring around with you. And that's one of the positives that it has over the 70-200. It's probably like 1/4 the weight and less than half the size. So if you're going on a hike and you want to bring a tele lens, this lens is the right lens for you. Now, you might be thinking, how much does something like this cost? Well, that's one of the best features about this lens actually, which is the fact that it only costs $300. $300 for this lens. So for 300 bucks, you get 85mm at 1.4. As you can see, it's tiny, look at that. Compared to my head, it's so small. It's such a little lens. And as you can see here, the focus ring is incredibly smooth. It has a very, very long throw, which is awesome. If we take off the cap, you can see the glass inside. It's an absolute monstrous piece of glass. I need to wipe a bunch of dust off of this. And here's the declicked aperture ring. You can see the blades opening and closing there. My model does seem to have a little bit of a noise when I rotate the aperture ring, but it's not really a big deal. So, do I recommend this lens? Absolutely. If you're looking for a cheap portrait lens that won't break your bank and still get you amazing results, this lens is absolutely perfect for you. It's cheap, it's well built, and it produces amazing results. It's also great for video, especially for cinematic B-roll shots. It separates the subject from the background extremely well. I'm gonna leave a little clip at the end of this video that I put together using only this lens. I shot it the other day during sunset, and I kept shooting after the sun went down and I had no problem at all. I only had to bump my ISO up to 800 after the sun had been down for about 30 minutes. That's how crazy this lens is. So that's it for me today, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, dislike if you did not. Let me know why so that I can continue to improve these videos and provide you guys with value. And let me know what you think about this lens. Are you gonna pick one up? I definitely think you should. Subscribe to this channel if you have not already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.